Hey guys, Maritos here. Before the video starts, I want to make a quick disclaimer. Don't cheat in tf2, don't cheat in games, in PvP games in general. For the sake of this video, I went to question some cheaters on their visions about cheats, on why they cheat, and I want to share that with you because I think it can be interesting for all of us to know why is the motivation to start cheating and how do they cheat. I hope you guys will enjoy that video because the purpose of it is mostly to inform other players about what can go in the mind of a cheater. Can you tell me for how long you have been playing at TF2?
I have been probably playing for 9 years, you could say. I definitely started legit, but after like some time, it got boring. I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna buy some cheats. And yeah, here I am.
I have 2,648 hours more or less. I usually say 3K hours. I don't remember very well.
Started playing Team Fortress 2 in 2015. On my cheating count alone, I have almost 5,000 hours, and across my original account that I played on in 2015 and my other accounts that I've played on, I've probably logged about 7,000 hours.
Since 2015, I've spent most of my time playing TF2 on multiple alt accounts, so I don't know how many hours I have in total, but a good guess is around 6K.
I started playing TF2 when it was released, but in pirate version of it. I was a toddler at that time, and when I heard Steam was a thing, I checked it out, and TF2 gave me the happiness at that time. I created my first account and started playing it there, but there were no trading, no backpacks, custom crosshair and such. It was the golden age of it, yet Valve were taking care of TF2 at that time, and now they don't, sadly.
For how long have you been cheating?
Probably like 4 or 5 years ago. I started with like free cheats, I don't know, something, I don't remember. But yeah, I started with free cheats, then went to paid cheats like Mabox, Nulkor and stuff.
I have started cheating in 2021 till 2023.
Almost 3 years. I started in February 13th of 2020 and never looked back.
I think I have started in 2017 or 2018. I have cheated for at least 5 or 6 years already.
For half a year almost. At that time I started using cheats. There was only one purpose of me using it. I wanted to retire from TF2 because all the shit I'm doing was the same. I wanted to max up my casual level, but idling was a problem. Since you can idle for 150 seconds, you get kicked afterwards and you no longer get your XP. This was a problem, and the only solution was using cheats. Lamabox had NTF kick and it was lifetime too. After I was done reaching max level, I wanted to stop using cheats, but I become an addict. It hooked me up to it. It's like a drug.
Is there some specific motivation to make you start cheating?
Yeah, definitely. There was this one guy named Da. I don't know if you know him, he's a pretty like OG guy. He doesn't make videos anymore, but he used to stream with Mabox and I really liked it, so I bought it. We fucking played together, got into the server, got to know the community a bit better, and that's where it all started.
Well, kinda, I was stressed and scared, but when I got used to it, yes, I do feel motivated.
I've attributed it to multiple things. I've told multiple stories, but in all honesty, I don't think I can really pinpoint it on one specific thing. It's kind of a correlation of things where in 2020 I had just gotten my dream loadout with my dream weapon and stuff, and well, it was really frustrating because that was also when bots started appearing, so the whole bot crisis was starting to begin, and I couldn't really, let me try that again, either I'd instantly get headshot or I would get kicked for headshotting people. I also had a friend that I met right before I got into it, who I just found on Harvest one night, and he took me along and showed me what you could do with cheats, and he showed me some pretty funny things that it just really appealed to me because I like doing goofy shit, and he was so he got me into it. He introduced me to all the functions, got me used to using the menu and stuff, and it just kind of took off from there.
No, not really. I just prefer having cheats, even if it's minor like ESP for targeted cheaters. It's in my opinion a must-have for you players nowadays.
No, not really. I can't say any, even if there is one it's probably cheating can at least make you have a little more fun. Because you manipulate the game after all. You basically mod the game. Which is also funny too because you feel like you have the power of manipulating the game for yourself.
What do you think of other cheaters in general?
I don't really care about other people cheating. I think it's like a good way to show Valve that the game is going to shit, everyone can cheat, and nothing is happening. A lot of cheaters, I don't really like the toxic ones, they're weird. They are, let's just say some racist shit that's not funny even, or something. I mean, I don't hate all the cheaters, but I truly hate the ones who are like toxic and just weird in like any way possible. Just if you cheat, be normal and don't be afraid to like how to say, don't be afraid to show that you're cheating, you know. You don't need to hide it. No one is going to do anything for you, and it will just like give the attention to Valve, you know. But so the rest of cheaters in game, and it's a problem.
Yeah, so basically not closeting.
Yeah, I don't like closeters, you could say. Closeters and toxic people.
Well, most of them are Nazis and pedos also retarded, but there are some nice cheaters I met who only cheat to kill other cheaters and bots.
They're but frankly, they're quite AIDS. I don't enjoy hanging around with other cheaters. Primarily, I hang out with legits. Those are my best friends that I game with on a daily basis. But I think for the most part, when the community isn't toxic, it's just being friendly, but not in the right way. You know, like they'll be, they'll try and take after me and be like chill and stuff, but at the same time they'll be playing sniper and just semi-raging and making the lobby completely unplayable. So
I don't like other cheaters because 9 times out of 10 they are toxic. I tend to stay away from the cheating community.
It depends. Some of the cheaters in tf2 are way worse than others. There are many types of cheaters such as closets, raggers, innocents, vibers, new players, degenerates, and such. The type of cheaters that people should be aware of are the degens, closets, and ragers. If you have to figure who is using cheats, you have to know how the game actually works. If they do what people can't do, such as double tap, then something is wrong at there. There are tons of videos of people cheating, people who is humiliating cheaters. You have to think like them.
What do you think of cheat clients and which one do you use?
I mostly use Lumabox. I like Raijin and I like Nulkur, but I don't right now had budget for Raijin, and in my opinion, I don't want to pay for like monthly subscriptions and stuff, so I'm not going to touch it. If I buy something, I want to have it lifetime. But I bought Nulkur, but since their servers got destroyed or something, I lost all my configs and I'm too lazy to remake them, so for now, I'm using Lumabox. But like, at any other free cheat like Fedora, I think that's a really good like starting point, you know? Has good features, good aimbot, good projectile aimbot, you could say. Yeah.
They are good. I use Federware, mostly because I'm used to it.
Personally, I use Lamalbox, and I've pretty much used Lamalbox my entire time cheating. There's definitely other cheat options out there, but by using them, you're kind of sacrificing some of the quality of life features. The mailbox has been kind of a staple in the TF2 cheating scene. It's for one, it's affordable, and then it's also just it's got almost 10 years, I think, of update history, and it has so many features that make cheating in Team Fortress 2 relaxing and just simple to get into. With other cheats like Nullcore, for example, which I believe came out in 2016, you have very good projectile aimbot, far better than the mailbox, and you have very pretty visuals. However, you don't have a lot of features like Lewis support. You don't have updated auto strafe options. And it really does make the cheating experience through Nullcore a downgrade from the mailbox. Then you have Region, which its community is just entirely toxic. They don't like having fun in the game at all. They prefer to make cheating competitive, which is just it's rather silly since they're not actually playing the game. The cheat's playing the game for them. So I don't quite understand the appeal of it. It definitely has a lacking in features, but it has a couple of good things like anti-aim settings. It's pretty much catered just for HVH, which is when cheaters fight other cheaters. So that's that.
Well, if this was asked like 5 years ago, I would have a more positive response, but I will just state every cheat's condition as my response, and you will understand why. Nullcore, my main cheat, hasn't had an update since 2019 feature-wise. Mailbox, incompetent coder, rarely updates and poor performing compared to free cheats, and most of the cheat is still stuck in 2013 and 2017. Region, good cheat in of itself, but the dev staff owners do scummy shit constantly and shouldn't be trusted with your PC. Cathook free, pretty much dead, and bot hosters have to use a private fork of it to host bots nowadays. Federware free, a big mess of pastes, but pretty good if cleaned up and added up on it. Finally, Nitro, insanely good and trusted, though it's in beta and only a handful of cheaters have access to it right now. For the cheat I use, it's currently a custom build of Federware.
Cheat clients are the loaders that you inject to your game, basically a hook. The cheat that I use is LMAOBOX, and the only cheat that I use. It's simple, cheap, and clean. It is good enough for a new cheater. There are other types of cheats which is better and worse than Ulmabox, but for a good user, Ulmabox is the cheat. Nullcore is outdated, Region is dangerous, Federware is buggy. Aimware, Lithium, and else depends on the people if they want to use.
Why cheating specifically in a PvP game?
I mean, where else are you going to cheat? Like in single player game, it gets boring after like a while. You know, you have accomplished your goal. Like, yeah, be the best, be the best. You know. But in multiplayer game, in PvP games, you know, it changes up the gameplay. You actually need to think through stuff if you want to, like hide, closet. Then you actually need to think it through. You can't just look people through walls. You can't just be blatant and stuff. But you also need to know. Definitely in HVH you need to know the tactics, and you need to have good configs for that, so it's definitely another way of playing PvP game or anything.
To kill other no-namers and cheaters. Also to kill bots.
Well, for me, it's not about the PvP, it's because it's Team Fortress 2, to put it simply. I like Team Fortress 2. I don't really like other games. I don't cheat in other games. I cheat in Team Fortress 2 because I enjoy cheating in Team Fortress 2, and it's an experience that can't be replaced by any other game. You know, you try and substitute Team Fortress 2 for any of its competitors, and you're left with a subpar experience. So.
Because it's fun and you can get a lot of dopamine from it.
It has to be this way, and it will be. Regardless of updates, game developers will release, cheaters will be one step ahead. Even if they don't leak any kind of material, there will be a cheater, a developer who will be one step ahead of them.
Why not playing legit nowadays with few count of hours?
I mean, I do play legit. I haven't played TF2 that much anymore. I do play it occasionally. I like to go on like trade servers and just snipe some kids since, well, I like sniping, like legit. But when I cheat, I just go in casual, turn up some cheats like fake latest spy or double tap scout and just enjoy the time. Like cheating is for chill and legit is for when I want to try hard and kill some kids.
I do play legit on other games and I legit cheat most of the time, but I'm a rager. Plus, I also had skill issue when I started tf2.
I've played with cheats for so long that I've grown accustomed to it. It's rather relaxing having the information there with you. The mailbox has a feature that I pretty much can't play without now. It's the player list, where you have a list of the entire lobby's players and you can mark people for certain things. And with the new Lua update, you can actually print that list into your chat so that you get updates on the kind of people that you're playing against. For example, I can know when there's cheaters on the other team, I can know how many bots there are, and I can know if there are like Pazer users who are just gonna kick one of my friends for having a PFP of a pony. He got added to the list for a pony PFP, which is pretty ridiculous. So we don't like to play with those people. So it's good to know that they're in the lobby so we can prepare ourselves rather than be taken by surprise by whatever's happening. And really just, I don't really like to think about what I'm doing when I'm playing Team Fortress 2. I like to wind down or start my day often very late at night, very early in the morning, immediately after I wake up. Doesn't matter, I can just boot the game up, start cheating, and I don't really have to think about what I'm doing. It's an easy way to wind the day down, and it's a nice way to start the day up, and that's how I've come to enjoy it over the last 2 years. So
I do play legit from time to time, though with the current state of the EU it just gets boring.
I can play legit, yet I'm still trying to leave this dangerous scene. I've been around this scene for a year and I've seen worse and worse. Cheating community is different. If you would like to take my advice, I would say that do not push yourself. It will mess with your mind. You will thank yourself.
Which class do you choose to cheat?
Mostly scout since double tap, he's fast and does a lot of damage.
Well, everyone is gonna say sniper, and yes, I do cheat on him. But I also cheat on other classes too, like scout, soldier, engineer, demo, sniper, and heavy.
my absolute favorite class for about a year now has been demo. He gets 2 primaries, and the sticky bomb launcher is it's stupid. you just put you go out there with a crits medic and watch the people explode, watch them give and stuff. It's quite fun for me. Definitely not for the other team, but it's not quite as disruptive as cheating a sniper. So there's that going for you. Recently, I've been also playing a lot of Trollger, because that's pretty funny, using the ping spike to market garden people from a mile away. As well as Pyro. Pyro's also pretty fun, because when you use the 3rd degree, you can use a crit hack function so that you can insta-kill a heavy and a medic. So you can say no to Vaccinator and just kill them both with one swing. It's very fun, because Vaccinator's not fun to play against.
I cheat on every class, but my preferred classes are Scout, Demo, Soldier, and Huntsman.
Since I was a random main, I know how to play with all class. I play with them all. Mostly Sniper because of cheats, or Soldier, Heavy, Spy, Demo, Scout, Pyro, Medic, and Engineer.
Do you try to hide your cheats, or do you wanna let people see that you are cheating?
I mean, I don't like show I'm a full raging, but like I'm not scared to hide them. Like I go there, I double tap, people come out, I'm like, yeah, okay, you got me, what are you to do? But like, I don't really care if people catch me cheating. It's pointless to hide them.
Well, both usually, but I prefer to hide them. It really depends of the situation, of the enemy, and of my team.
I prefer to let people know that I'm cheating. I actually hate closet cheating. Closet cheating's probably one of the most annoying things to fight, especially for legit, because there's not much you can do to combat it. The enemy team isn't seeing that the person's cheating, so you know they can't make the they're not being actively killed by them like you are. So I prefer to just if anyone asks me, I'll either like deflect the question, like if it's on my team, or I'll simply just straight up admit, yeah, I'm cheating. If I'm feeling like, you know, most lobbies, I do feel confident in saying, yeah, I'm cheating. And it's surprising because they don't always immediately kick me afterwards. They just either dismiss it as a joke, or they just they approve, which is also pretty surprising. You know, it's but yeah, no, if you lie about your cheating, just say you're cheating, because like if you lie, you know, you're making a facade, and a lie is really easy to just have come crumbling down. And you know, if you're a closet cheater and you're listening to this, you know, at any moment you can just lose pretty much everything that you have if any of it comes out, you know. So just think about it for a bit, you know. So is it worth it? It's also just a little bit fair for me to be pretty blatant. You got cheats. Well, styles of cheating are closeting, always, which is just you're trying to hide it actively. You know, you're deflecting answers. You're saying no, you're lying. You know, basic stuff. The next step up is semi-raging, which is what I do. Semi-raging is, well, it comes from full raging, which I guess is easier to explain first. Where full rage is where you're using anti-aim, which is a cheat function that most people know of as spinbot. So you got 360 aimbot FOV, you're instantly headshotting people as sniper usually. And it's just boring and unfun because the game's pretty much playing everything for you. Semi-rage, you got to think a little bit more, but you're also using a fairly wide FOV aimbot. It's not 180, you know, you gotta aim a little bit, but it's still, you know, you're still using aimbot rather than closet cheaters who usually just use trigger bot. But you know, it gives you a way. And I also love to go for cloak spies because I have a cloak spy counter strange part on a lot of my weapons. Just, you know, just more stuff to let people know that, hey, I'm cheating. You have a chance to either call me out and get me kicked, or you can re-queue. You know, it's a little bit more fair that way. Definitely doesn't justify. I don't want to make it sound like I'm trying to justify anything. Everything I'm doing is absolutely wrong. So, but at least there's that people can go off of if they want to get me out, which can happen sometimes.
Only reason I'd hide my cheats is because I'm stream sniping someone and don't want any chance to get kicked, or I feel like legit cheating. But anywhere else it would be pretty easy to spot if, well, 90% of tf2 players didn't think items equal skill.
First of all, I don't want people to hype up because I'm a cheater. I'm playing like who I am. I'm looking for chilling, for having fun. That's all I want. I know that I'm manipulating the game, but I'm not ruining the shit out there so badly. I want everyone to have fun with or without cheats and cheaters.
What do you do if you encounter another cheater on the enemy team?
Normally I just like see if they like are raging or if they're like closeting. If they're closeting, I normally target them for fun, you know, because they won't turn on rage. It's so fun to kill them. But if like they're friendly, you know, they see you, I normally go like behind the wall, I crouch multiple times, and if they crouch back, I just ignore them and I just play it again normally.
I ask them for a ignore, or I make them re-queue if there is some pastures.
Well, typically, people will be hostile if they see another cheater. But even for legits, I think you should try just asking for ignore. You know, like that's what I'll do. The first thing I do when I see another cheater is I ask them, hey, can you ignore me? And if they're a closet, they'll be like, what? And you know, that's stupid, you know. But most of the time, there's a lot of chill cheaters out there right now. Most of the time, if you meet them, you ask for ignore, they'll ignore you. Even if you're legit, doesn't matter who you are. Try asking a cheater for ignore, and 9 out of 10 times they'll probably do it. So In the rare case that it doesn't happen, though, that's when, either my lobby that I'm with recuse or we fight them. And usually it goes a little bit like build crits, shoot crit stickies, roll them. Especially if they're all just spinbot sniper, it's pretty funny because it's actually really easy to combat because demo, you don't need line of sight to take anything out. So you just shoot over an arch or whatever and they can't do anything. They're completely helpless. So we only fight them if absolutely necessary because HVH is just really boring and cringe and it's all just like a dick measuring contest. These people really don't have anything at all to do in their lives and so they just do this little game that they think means something and sometimes it is entertaining when it's the right people. It is entertaining to just completely mow them down and record a goofy video on them because there's definitely some people in the community that are known for taking HVH really seriously and people do enjoy watching content of them being brought down. So there's that, but it's definitely not the preferred route. Just ask for ignore.
If I'm not in the mood for a HVH, I'd ask for ignore. If he says no or doesn't put me on ignore, then I would leave.
When I see one, I look at the situation first and see if they are an actual menace or not. If they are a ruiner, then I can try to ruin their game, especially if they are a closet, rager, degenerate, or a marked cheater. Otherwise, all I care is fun.
What do you think of the fact that the community and the legends can hate you for using cheats?
I mean, that's a fair point. Like, people, I would hate cheaters if I was a legit guy. Like, I normally sometimes play casual, legit. It's on sometimes, but when I'm a cheater, I'm like, yeah, I can go kick them because they're like, sometimes they're like legit players. I can like barely make a difference, but if they're like full raging on stuff, going anti-aim and stuff, then I'm like, yeah, go kick them, and it's not fun to play. But yeah, I definitely see the point from legit players when like they hate cheaters because in their opinion they ruin the game, but all I have to say is get good, kid.
I don't feel guilty because most of them are furries, weebs, etc.
Well, they're completely in the right to do so. I'm a cheater. I go against everything there is for the game for them. I'm making it unfun to an extent. Not definitely not to the extent where people are making death threats saying that I should be publicly executed for it. That's just silly. But they can hate me. I don't care. I mean, if I had any sort of confidence issue or something like that, if I wasn't completely sure of and confident in myself that I feel like I want to do this, then I would have quit a long time ago. Like, you can't be in a position like this if you can't take criticism. You have to have thick skin. So and that I think I've proven over the last 3 years that I absolutely do have. So, but surprisingly, a lot of people, I'd be willing to say like about half of my current subscriber count are legit, surprisingly. It makes sense though. It's you kind of only have so many people in the cheater community that you can have subscribed to you before you've kind of reached everywhere. Like, there's only so many cheaters in the community, and then you see that there's like 2.5K subscribers and whatever, and yeah, so like a large portion of that are legit, and I get a lot of comments from people who are saying stuff like, well, I don't agree with cheating, or I don't cheat myself. You make entertaining videos, and you're goofy, and I enjoy seeing these miserable people being made fun of in your videos. So that's definitely, that was unexpected, completely unexpected. That's not what I set out to do from the start. It was just the videos were meant to be linked in a chat spam, which automatically would send like links to my YouTube videos whenever I'd kill someone in Valve Comp. And it just sort of evolved from there because people found those videos, they found them interesting, and then I kind of branched off of that, and now it's just spiraled into this whole thing. So, but yeah, the people that are legit and don't approve of it, they're in the right to do so. But then there's also a lot of people who do find enjoyment out of it, so they're cool too.
They have their reasons, but I just don't really care if they do.
I don't want to know why some legits and community see the cheaters as an actual enemy. It is like they are the real terrorist for a state and they should be executed immediately. We all are humans, we all have our personal lives and stuff. All I can tell is make some empathy.
Do you think you would quit cheating or not? And why, basically? Okay.
I'm not sure. I still have like cheats to play with. It's definitely going to be apart from like my gameplay. I cheat in many games: Apex, Team Fortress 2, CS:GO, Minecraft, like any other game. I have cheated at least once, and in every game it's totally different perspective. You know, it's not like normal gameplay. You can actually have like another style. I like that, but I don't think I would quit because, well, I have paid for them, and I enjoy using them.
Yes, but there's a small chance I won't because VAC isn't updated yet.
Well, that mostly revolves around Valve and what they plan to do. You know, Valve's a very secretive company. They don't really talk about what they're doing. And they also are just, you know, they don't have investors. They're a private company. You know, technically speaking, they are an indie dev company. So when they decide they want to make hardware instead of working on Team Fortress 2, they're going to work on hardware instead of making Team Fortress 2. Unfortunately, that means that, you know, the state of the game deteriorates, but at the same time, we're not entitled. That's what people need to learn, is that you're not entitled to new Team Fortress 2 updates. As a result of that, I don't see myself quitting from cheating so long as there are other cheaters. However, every now and then I do enjoy playing legit, and it's quite fun for a bit, but at the end of the day, cheating is the version of Team Fortress 2 that I've fallen in love with, frankly. So, like, the big thing is, though, like, yes, if Valve did show interest in, you know, making the game completely cheat-free, which is, for all intents and purposes, not possible, you know, I would quit. If I knew there weren't any cheaters online, I would quit. And that's happened. That's happened before. A few months ago, and so in July, not a few months ago, goodness, a while back, there was an update that broke all cheats. So all cheats were broken for about 3 days, and they and knowing that there wouldn't be any other cheaters in the game, I played legit, you know, and it was fun. I made an entire video about it, and it definitely surprised a lot of people because, you know, I'm a sniper main, but I don't cheat as sniper because, well, it's frankly not fun. The whole fun of sniper for me is landing the headshots legit, and that's exactly what I did in the video. And if there was ever a time like that again, where I could guarantee that there is no people cheating on Team Fortress 2, yeah, you can bet that I would go and enjoy it, because that's the whole reason it exists right now. Is the cheating scene is so big, and is because, you know, there's just so many people doing it. You're objectively at kind of a disadvantage. You know, there's about one in every single lobby. So, you know, whether you decide to put up with Valve's negligence or not is up to you. It definitely doesn't excuse you. But the way things the way I see things going, I don't see Valve updating anti-cheat or anything like that, making a major update. So, thus, I don't see myself quitting cheating. But if they do decide to change their plans, you can bet I will stop.
I can quit, but I don't think I would for Valve titles. In a tf2 you will get punished for cheating either way, so why wouldn't I cheat if I'm gonna get punished for it anyways? And I don't think I'd want to sweat every fucking hour just because one guy with his pocket is pub stomping, or there's another cheater that won't get kicked because he has an unusual with some Aussies.
I'm trying to stop cheating even if it will be a hard mission to do. I become an addict and I'm trying to stop this addiction. It was fun in the first place, but everything has come to an end. I've seen lots of stuff while at the darkness. I don't know if I'll be there or leave there. If you will start cheating in a PvP game, take my advices. It might look innocent, but this scene is dangerous and dangerous enough to take you in. You might not gonna survive it there. Do not even trust anyone and cover yourself up. Have some knowledge about what you are doing and what you're going to do. It is a dangerous scene and people at their baby steps compared to the original gangsters. My last thing about this absolute ultimate shitfest is it better to tell people the truth instead of living with lies because they will hurt you afterwards a lot. It's not worth a shot. There are tons of professional cheaters who hide their cheats good enough. This is why take care of yourself while in this community. Internet is a dangerous place and full of evil people.